Good morning, guys. How is everybody? As we are entering the second month under the rules of Cheeto, we have our own earthy little problems, like two broken Panasonic GH4 camera bodies. They're not really completely broken. One is inoperable, it's this one, because any card you now enter into this slot here to record photos and videos is not recognized by the camera anymore. Too bad, because that renders this little guy useless. The second one is still usable, but the LCD doesn't work anymore, so you can only view things through the viewfinder, which is possible for the daily operation, it's just not very convenient. And our next professional assignment with these cameras is the wedding of Karen and Charles on March 25th, which we are very much going to need these for. So I'm sending them to service today. Today is February 22nd. Is that correct, Bolani? It's one of those rare days where I actually got the date right. This is the morning report from David M. with an overexposed background. It's a high-key background. That's what it's called. It's not really overexposed when it's intentional. I am definitely no Casey Neistat when it comes to camera abuse, guys, but for daily operations, you just can't avoid wear and tear. Stay with us for our daily vlog, guys. We have cool things coming up for the rest of the day. I think there has been some sort of a climate shift, because it's still February, believe it or not. It's hard for me to believe. But there's no winter, not here in Maryland at least. It's close to 70 again today, and looking at the weather forecast, that's what it's going to be for the next few days. So is this really a sign of the global warming, or is it just a fluke? A fluke that lasts a week now or so, and if you look into the forecast, it's supposed to last for a lot longer. So nice fluke. I kind of like this February. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to vlog about this or not, but the latest report has it that Sheridon is waiting for us after school with a hole in her pants.
Oh, you're not supposed to vlog it.
I'm not?
No.
Okay. Why not? It sounds funny.
She'll be embarrassed.
You don't think
Maybe
she'll
she'll
just laugh at it? I would laugh at it 10 years from now if I had a video of myself waiting for
10 years from
my
now.
mom after school with a hole in my pants.
10 years from now. But
Yeah.
now?
So we just won't show it to her until 10 years from now.
What if she sees it?
She doesn't watch the daily episodes.
She does watch them.
What's the question?
She's very concerned about Gene Simmons' long tongue.
That's a weird problem to have for a 10-year-old, isn't it?
It's because it's in Snapchat right now, the filter, and the tongue is like
Snapchat.
hanging here. And she said, well, that's not a real tongue. And I said, it is a real tongue. It's Gene Simmons' tongue. And she doesn't understand how it can exist.
Here's my package. Why does she even own a phone? This is crazy. What happened to the world? When I was a kid, okay, never mind. Do you think a month is enough time for Panasonic to fix my cameras? Whoa, I'm gonna get ran over. It better be. They can do it in a month, right? I have a lot of experience shipping things to Canon service, some experience shipping things to Sony service. Never dealt with Panasonic service before, so I'm gonna report back about how the experience was when the cameras are repaired, hopefully really soon. I'd like to love you. Just received a word from Chris at the local coffee shop in Northeast Maryland that the promo film we made for his small business is actually working, and people are sharing it on Facebook, and people coming into the store are telling him that they did see the video. So that is great news. It's awesome to know that our efforts don't go unnoticed. What troubles you, Blondie?
I'm tired.
What didn't happen today, Sheridon?
We didn't go to Disneyland.
I promised I wouldn't tell people what happened to you. sort of like a little tiny emergency. Not a big time emergency, but I promise to not talk about it, so I won't tell people what happened.
David!
I'm not saying anything.
Hi!
My camera. I totally admit it, guys. Split pants are no fun to deal with. It happened to me. I know, it's embarrassing, but it did happen. It was at a wedding a few years ago. Myself and my second photographer are getting out of the car. I dropped something. I kneeled down to pick it up, and there was a sound. And at that point, I felt what happened. As I'm getting up, my second shooter says, was that your flash or something? And I just said, that was not my flash. So the situation was, we're at the hotel where the bride was getting ready. All our staff, including the spare pants that I did bring to that wedding, were at a different hotel. This wedding was far away from home, so we were there for 2 days. It was too late to go back and get the spare pants because we were supposed to start the coverage in a few minutes. So we simply decided to walk into the bridal suite, and I was thinking, it's 6 or 8 or even more girls getting ready. They have to have a needle and a thread, right? As soon as we walk in, I start asking for a needle and a thread, moving around cautiously so that nobody really sees the open area. The bride's aunt steps in and says, what happened? I tell her what happened. She's like, take your pants off, I'll fix them. So I give her my pants and I go into the bathroom, but the girls need to get ready, so they need the bathroom. I can't stay in the bathroom. So here's a photo of me shooting the beginning of that wedding day in a towel. Things happen, okay? In the end, it was a funny situation. No harm done, except for a little bit of embarrassment for David M. I believe the bride's aunt said to her husband when he walked into that room, hi honey, this is David. I had his pants off within the first 5 minutes. Anyway, after the pants were fixed, the rest of the day went well. We finished the wedding coverage, and after that weekend I went to buy more flexible wedding photography pants, and I've been wearing similar pants ever since. And also I always bring backup because you never know what happens. Next time I'll tell you guys how I was shooting the wedding party from a middle of a fountain, a working fountain with water in it, me in the fountain. Okay, thanks so much for watching this episode. Hope you had some fun with us. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Blondie is asking if I like the global warming. I don't like the global warming. I like this fluke.